everything's backwards. Oh my gosh. What's up, everybody? I'm trying to fix my shirt so I don't look crazy. Valerie Walton here at valeriewalton.com, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. And for those of you who are catching me for the very first time, let me introduce myself real quick. I am a certified online business marketer, coach, and trainer, and I've been doing this for the past 5 years. I went from a struggling home business owner who was embarrassed by it because I had my own salon and I did well. But trying to do a home business, I was struggling. And my first year, I didn't make a dime. But there was hope. And I knew that an answer was out there. So I found it. And for the past 5 years, I've been able to be completely free. I am home full time. I don't work a job on the side or anything like that. And I also coach entrepreneurs. And I've coached over 4,000 different types of entrepreneurs over these past 5 years to help them get their start, get on the right track, get next level in their online business. So, very excited to hang out with you today. And this is a continuation of what I did yesterday. So, if you missed it, yesterday I talked about what kinds of groups on Facebook should I join in order to um, start looking for leads and start attracting my target audience to me. I love the idea of one to many, where I can take myself and plant myself in front of my target audience, right? It's just like if you're Jay-Z, right? You're a rapper, and so you would not go and perform at a country music concert, right? That's not your target audience. You're going to go and perform in front of a rap audience, right? Rap fans. That's what you want to do as well for your network marketing business. So I wanted to get into that. So now you have found the three groups that I recommended that you join, 2 to 3 groups. And now that you're there, you're like, okay, now what? So again, this is when I described a Facebook group as a theme party, right? There's a theme. Everybody is in on the theme. So just like if you went to an 80s party or if you went to a costume party, you go into the party, everybody's dressed in a costume, right? Well, same thing for groups. The group could be a weight loss group or a travel group or something like that. Everybody's there because they want to hang out with other people that like to talk about travel or that like to talk about weight loss, right? So that is what you're going to be doing. Now, I described how to find the right groups for people in your target audience who are looking for your products, people in your target audience who are looking for your business opportunity, and people in your target audience who are uh, part of your tribe, right? Your tribal topics, the things that you're passionate about, you have hobbies or interests about, right? So when it comes to that, and can you guys hear me okay? Let me make sure you can hear me. I never check. I should probably start doing that. Oh my gosh, what are all these notifications? Okay, maybe I just trust it. I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. All right. So anyway, so you already know about the groups to join, which is awesome. Now that you're there, what do we talk about? What do we say? What do we do? What do we post? Now, remember, okay, cool. Thank you. You hear me? Okay. Hey. Now, remember that these groups are not for you to get in there and start spamming the hell out of people and talking about, ooh, look at my products. Ooh, join my company. That is not what you're looking to do. The whole reason why you're in that group in the first place is because you're there to help them solve a problem that they have, a common problem that everybody in that group more than likely has. So that's what you're going to discuss. Okay. So the example I used yesterday was if I were somebody who was in a weight loss business and my target audience, my laser targeted audience is moms like myself, but new moms just had a baby looking to lose that pre-baby weight as fast as possible, but in a healthy way so that they can still nurse their babies if that's what they're doing, stuff like that. So if I'm going to do that, when I go into the group, right, most value-based groups, the groups that have people that are in there and they engage with one another, will have a rule that you cannot do self-promotion and you can't post links and stuff like that. And a lot of folks will be like, oh man, I'm so restricted. What do I do? But you know what I say to that? I say, yay. Good. That's not what I came here to do anyway. I did not come into the group to promote myself. I came into the group to make connections. Big difference. Big difference. So now when I go to post, I am going to post engagement posts. I'm going to start asking questions to get people to start opening up, talking to me so that I can get to know them and they can get to know me. That is the purpose of me getting into the group. Once we've connected, right? Once I start meeting people within the group that we click, we connect, things are really kicking off. We got we vibing, right? When that is happening, that is when I can then have a conversation with them that's a little deeper, a little bit more focused on that individual as a person and what they have going on in their lives. So before we even get to that part, because that's going to be the prospecting part, the connect, qualify, close part, I'm not getting to that just yet because we got to start here first. And that is what you're going to post. So when I talk about engaging questions, I'm talking about questions that will make people think, questions that will encourage folks to share, right? Questions that will encourage folks to give their opinion, that will let them know, hey, it's okay for you to start a dialogue here. What I notice happens for a lot of people's posts, whether it's in groups or even on their profile, is they put out posts that just make a statement and then expect people to engage with that. And you want to think about, well, what do, as the viewer's looking at your post like, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to like give you validation for this post? Do you want like I don't know what you want me to do. So they might like it, or they might just keep on scrolling because all you did was make a statement. So here's what I mean by that. If I were in weight loss and I was doing things the wrong way, if I were to say something like, oh my gosh, I am so loving this brand new shake that I'm drinking. It is 100% healthy, all natural, and it is helping me to, lose my belly fat. Period. Okay. Right? You as the viewer would be like, okay, congrats. Like that would probably be the best, the most worded thing that you'll get in the comments. Congrats, happy for you. Oh, that's great. Right? It's not going to be, oh, really? How are you doing that? I'm looking to do that too. You know what? Here's what happened to me. And then they go into their whole story. That is not going to happen because you didn't invite them into doing that. And that's a problem. Okay. So you want to create an environment. It is your job as the marketer to create an environment for people where they feel comfortable enough to be able to start opening up to you, where they feel the go ahead, the green light to be able to actually share their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. That's what you are trying to create. And this is why I say all the time, every post you put out is an invitation to a conversation, or at least it should be. So I want you to go back over your Facebook profile as well as some of the posts that you've been putting in groups and ask yourself, did I invite people to converse with me, or did I just say something hoping for people to say something back? Okay. So when you take a look, um, whoops, where'd everything go? Right? You're trying to generate leads and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You will have sometimes that you talk about, you promote something, which is fine, but there are going to be times that you really want to either get people thinking or you want to get them commenting. Okay. So, for example, oh, here's a nice little memory here. Okay. let me share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm just kind of looking through my profile. I haven't posted on my profile lately because I got some things in the works for doing that. But here's an example here. So listen, you guys, this is why I'm telling you how important it is for you to post video, video, video. So this is actually a memory from a year ago. I cannot believe we did this Facebook Live together a year ago. This is me and my husband. Well, he wasn't my husband at the time. We were dating at the time, but just talking about dating and compatibility. Now, this was a 30-minute live. You don't have to have your lives be 30 minutes, okay? But when I click on this, you'll notice that there was quite a lot of engagement. If it'll come up for me so we can see it. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why everything is so sluggish right now. It's not popping up. But you over on the side, you would see, oh, people are having conversations. If it pops up, I'm trying to give it some time. It's not doing it. Well, anyway, you know that that's what happens. Conversation pops up on the side. Now, the reason why people started to converse with us right then and there in the live was because we were asking them questions. We were asking them to share what they thought, right? Um, Now, there's also other times where you're going to take a look. Oh, yeah, now it's showing. Hold on. Let me see if I can share my screen again. Blah. Okay. Just share the damn screen. Okay. There we go. So notice 345 views, 42 comments. Awesome, right? So notice people were commenting on this, sharing their thoughts, answering some of the questions that we had, things like that. Now you'll also notice that if I were to go back to my profile, if it'll let me, going back to my profile, I have various forms of posts. And this is something that I teach people to do as well. There's going to be different types of posts you're going to do on your profile. But once you go inside of a group, that's going to be a little bit different because, see, on my profile, I can promote myself like I'm doing here and how I'm doing a 90-day blitz right now, right? Um, Little funny stuff that was really between me and my husband. I probably should have just kept it private, but it's public. It's no big deal. Random question. Anybody remember California raisins? Did you love them or no? Right? Stuff like that. Few comments there. Because that's not something I normally talk about. That's why I said it's random. So just a few comments there, whatever. And also the time of the day that I post was different from what I normally do, so on and so forth. Things like that. Now, when you're in a group, though, that's going to be a little bit different. When you're in a group, you're going to want to ask questions more than anything else because you're not the only person posting, and there are lots of other folks that will post throughout the day and talk about, oh my gosh, a whole array of different things. So here's something that I would post if we use the same example I've been using of being someone in a weight loss company. Okay. If I go into a group, I'm not going to say, hey, who's looking for brand new weight loss supplements? No, that's not the kind of question I would ask because that would come across as promotional and I would probably get in trouble in the group if they have the rule that I can't be promotional, right? Or I can't offer people stuff. So what I would do instead is I might ask a question like, hey, new moms, what's been your biggest struggle so far with, going back to your pre-baby weight? See, if I ask a question like that and get a conversation rolling with these other new moms that are in that group and find out what their struggles have been or find out different tips that some of them might even share, that is where a conversation gets going. And that is where I can cherry pick, right? I can hand pick certain people who commented, and I can go and message them and carry this over into a more private conversation. There are just some things that I'm going to want to talk about with them that they probably don't want to talk about in front of everyone, but they'll be willing to talk to if it's just me and them. Okay. So, for example, if I'm saying, oh, well, you're having some difficulty with that, are you nursing? Right? Because studies have shown that when you are breastfeeding, that actually helps your uterus contract back down faster than if you weren't. So I would ask a question like that. Might not necessarily ask it in the group, but I might go to them and say, hey, I saw your comment and I was just wondering, about whether or not you're nursing or if you are eating spinach or if different questions like that. And I can tell them why. Right. And this is another place where people go wrong is after they've posted in the group that when they go and start to follow a person or send out a friend request, they don't go to the person up front and tell them exactly why they sent the request. And maybe we'll save that conversation for another day. But in terms of your post, asking simple questions like on a scale of 1 to 10 types of questions, or how do you feel about types of questions, or help, I need your opinion on something. And then you ask the question. People all have opinions. They love to share them, but they will only share them if they feel like you're asking them to. And so when you put a post into a group, questions like these cause amazing results. Okay. So you're looking to post in there. These are the kinds of questions that you'll put in there. These are the kinds of posts that you do because it is within the rules. You're not promoting anything. You're having conversation and you're making connections with people that are in your target audience. That is what you want. Now, yeah, there's some other steps after that when people get the commenting and they're sharing the stuff. Yeah, it's other things to do. But for right now, I just really wanted to focus on that. So um, let's use some different examples. So I use one about weight loss. I might ask, what is your favorite green weight loss recipe? Right? Um, do you prefer spinach or kale to be a part of your diet? For healthy living. I may ask questions like that. I may ask on a scale of 1 to 10, how healthfully do you think that you eat? Right? Or I may ask, how many times a week do you order out? Do you feel guilty about it? Right? I can ask questions like that. When it comes to travel, if I sell travel and I'm a part of a travel network marketing company, right, I'm looking at two audiences. This is why I need two groups. I have an audience of people that simply love to travel, love to get good deals on travel, and I help them with that through my travel company services. And then I have people who are at a place in life where they're ready to go in a different direction and start a new, this new chapter in their life, and maybe they're considering becoming an entrepreneur. They're just not quite sure which business they should start, right? And they also love travel. So that would be a different type of group that I would join, and we talked about that yesterday. Now once I'm in these groups, if I'm looking to focus on selling travel, I may ask a person on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think that you do with saving money on your trips? I may ask a question like, if you had a chance to be able to save even more on your travel than what you do now, would you take that chance, right? I may ask a question like, what is your favorite place to go and visit when you travel, right? What is your favorite travel destination and why? Because again, when I ask a question like that, it opens up the door to a conversation. Everybody has a favorite place to travel, or even if they haven't ever been there before, they have a dream place that they want to travel to, right? So they will start talking to you. And as they start talking to you, then you can do the next steps of taking it over into talking privately, or you can continue, right, stretching out and extending your comment thread by replying back to them in the comment section which then allows Facebook to show that post to more people inside the group, right? Because people aren't in the group 24/7, paying attention 24/7 to every post. People are busy. And at the time that you put in your post, they might not have had a chance to see it. But by the time that they do get to hang out in that group, Facebook will notify them. So those are some things that you can do. If it's credit repair, you may ask a question like, by how many points do you want to increase your credit score in the next 30 to 90 days? Great question to ask. And you're not promoting anything, right? So these are ways that you could stay within the rules, within the guidelines of Facebook groups so that you can still connect with people. And even if there's a rule that, oh, you can't go and message people that are in this group. Well, here's what they typically mean by that. But if you need to, go and clarify, and I'll show you how to do that. But typically, what they mean when they tell you don't go and privately message people is don't go spamming them, don't go promoting something, offering something, selling something to this person just because you guys are in the same group, right? Because that's still spam, that's still against Facebook policy. And why would you want to do that anyway, right? It comes off as very sleazy and very uncaring, right? It's just you looking for a quick buck and not really coming off as helpful at all. So we don't want to do that. Now, if you want to clarify and make sure that you're not breaking the rules of the group so you don't get kicked out, here's something to do. And you could probably do this before you come up with this question. But when you join a group, go and look at who the admins are. Go message the admins and just say, hey, thank you so much for creating this group. I'm so excited and happy for you that it's grown to where it is so far. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much. Right. And then if you have any questions, they'll remember you because everybody that joins their group does not send them a message. Right. So they'll remember you. And when you say, hey, like I've told you before, I love this group and I really want to be able to help people in any way that I can. And so I was curious to know, is it okay for me to post things like this? And then you give them an idea of what you want to talk about. Is it okay if I ask people questions about this or about that? Is that okay? Is it okay if I accept a friend request from someone in the group simply because I help them with something? You know what I mean? If you start asking them questions, it's very clear what you're there for, and they will respect that, and they'll really like you, and they may even start referring people to you once they get to learn a little bit more about you. So if you're in, say, a credit repair group and you are reaching out to the admin and you say, listen, is it okay if I ask people like what are their credit increase goals? And they say, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And you say, oh, awesome, thank you, because yes, I am in business for credit repair, but I wasn't trying to overstep. I'm just curious, this helps me with market research. And so this way, if a person from that group comes and follows you, make sure that you are putting um, consistent posts on your own profile for people to be able to check you out on their own. And now you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm breaking rules and I'm doing things wrong and I feel sleazy for it. You never have to worry about doing that. And see, this is the ethical way and the logical way for you to grow your business, where you are building an amazing reputation for yourself, where people know, like, trust, and respect you. And this is the kind of reputation that you want to build if you plan on having a sustainable business as well as a profitable one. So there you have it, profitpreneurs. I just wanted to share that with you. If you ever have any questions as you watch this video, whether it's live, which I'm about to close, or if it's in the replay, post your questions here in the comment section. I'll be happy to come back and answer those questions. If you'd like to see me do content videos on anything else in particular, feel free to reach out and let me know. And yes, we can also, I can definitely come back this week and talk to you about what do you do now? Now that you're asking the questions, you're getting all these leads. How do I reply to the leads without ending up in Facebook jail? I don't know. I can help you with that. So if you got a lot of value from this, yes, I want you to come back for the next live at 5. But I also would love for you to join my newsletter. It's free, right? Absolutely no charge. And what is going to end up happening is you'll be on my email list. I do not send out emails every day, all day long, child. Okay. I don't spam people. Why would I do that when I'm teaching you not to do that? But I do fill you in anytime I feel the need to, let you know on something, something major coming up, or something I just discovered that I know could help you out with building your business. Absolutely. I will share that with you. And I am in connection with a lot of amazing leaders and lots of, resources at my disposal that, when I come across these things, I love to share it with folks, because if it helps me, I know it can help you. And why would I keep it to myself? Right. So, yes, absolutely join the newsletter. Major things are popping up, coming up for the new year. Can't wait to share that stuff with you. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and I will see you back here tomorrow, live at 5. Bye.